The USA Network is pleased to present You Magazine, a look at the latest in fashions and beauty trends, all for you.
It's about looks, it's about life, it's about you.
Hello, I'm Edie Locke, the editor of You Magazine. Welcome to this Model of the Month special on a lovely young woman. Not only is she a natural beauty, but she's a total charmer as well, Andie McDowell. You've seen her on hundreds of magazine pages in some very amusing commercials, and recently on the big screen. She was the beautiful Jane in Greystoke, The Legend of Tarzan. Andie is very, very much involved in studying acting these days, constantly going to voice classes, speech classes, acting classes. We spent a day with her taping, and every spare moment between our changing lights or changing a setting, Andie would rush, pick up a book to study a play that she's working on. We had a lovely time with her. I think you will too during the next half hour.
The start of Andie's day, spirited aerobics in Central Park. Andie's simple skincare recipes, homemade and from health food stores. All the key looks coming up for fall from the key designers. The superstar in close-up, her lifestyle, her interests, her career plans. You Magazine will be back in a moment.
7 a.m., Andie and Kunak, her large cuddly Malamute, en route to Central Park to join friends and dogs for their daily aerobic workout. It was all Andie's idea, and so she now conducts a spirited, impromptu half-hour of aerobics. Hilarious fun, but a real wake-up-and-go workout.
I'm very athletic. I swam on the swim team, and I rode horses. And I did everything from kick the can, and I was always outside, you know, everything. Dancing, I took dance, tap, modern dance. I swim here in the city. We play baseball in the park on weekends. I'm not very good, but it happened really funny how we started doing this exercise thing together, because we always used to walk our dogs there and stand around and talk, and this is how I made all these friends. I made most of my friends through my dog. It's a great way to make friends if you can't make friends by a dog. But we would just stand around, and so one day I decided, you know, why don't we just exercise? So we all started exercising together, and it's so funny. I like the way we do it. I like the fact that we don't have music, because I think it's hilarious that we have to do this we sing, and we just do stupid stuff, and we laugh. And it's so, I know it's healthy to laugh like that, you know. It's really good that we're exercising and not taking it like so serious. We're having a good time, and it's really fun. It's just funny to get around in circles and act silly and dance and lose weight at the same time. I give up sugar sometimes, but sometimes I eat sugar. And that's my only downfall. But I eat, when I'm by myself, I eat very healthy. I eat a lot of salads and tofu and sprouts and avocados and fruit. And then when I'm with people, I try to get them to eat Japanese, because I know it's healthy. If they want, then I just don't worry about it. I eat whatever they want to eat, because you know, you can't just think about eating healthy all the time. You have to enjoy and be able to be flexible and go along with people and what they want to eat. If they want to eat pasta, I eat pasta. Okay, we eat pasta, so what, you know. But most of the time I like to try to eat healthy. I have to, because I get round real easy. I think I've learned a lot about nutrition through modeling. I think if I hadn't have been a model, I probably would have been very conscious about trying to stay slim anyway. I think I would exercise. I mean, everybody you see is conscious about it, you know. So I think I would have been anyway. Sometimes, I think for a model, sometimes they expect you to be a little bit too skinny. That happens. I'm not too skinny, but a lot of times they want you to lose more, and it's not a natural weight, and that's really hard. They want me to lose like 5 pounds, and it's those last 5 pounds that really aren't necessary to be lost a lot of times. Certain things look better, and I know they look better, and it bothers me because I'm a perfectionist, and I like to do things right. And so when I have a dress that doesn't hang right on me, that I know would hang right on me if I lost 5 pounds. It bothers me. It makes me want to lose the 5 pounds. But if I lose it, I won't keep it off.
A model simple and easy skincare regime. The recipes and how-tos next.
Family photos in Andie's apartment, the 4 sisters, the inevitable baby pictures, and she always liked things natural. Her skin regime now, stuff from the health food store.
I'm going to show you 3 beauty treatments that I like to do at home that's very easy, that anybody can do. And the first one is just steaming your face. And I steam my face with, you can use herbal tea, but I like to use Swiss Crisp, which is a laxative. And you buy it at the health food store. The only thing is you have to be careful not to get too close, not to burn yourself. So you have to pay attention to how close you are and how long you're doing it. And just a few minutes is good, and a couple of times, or 2 or 3 times a month is good. Okay. Now I'm going to show you another thing that's really easy and very inexpensive. There's no sense in buying a lot of products that cost a lot of money when you can buy something that's really inexpensive and it does the same thing. And I like to use oatmeal as a scrub. And what you do is you just put the oatmeal, I already blended some already, my Cuisinart here. Just put it in. You can use a blender if you don't have a Cuisinart. And you beat it, make it really small, very fine. Then, after you do that, all you do is just take it. I'm going to use the same water I steamed my face with, but you don't have to do that. It's just because it's here. So I might burn myself. Let's see. It's too hot. No, it's okay. Dampen your face. And take it, dampen it, and you just scrub your face with it. Make a mess, but it's good. When you're going someplace special and you want to make yourself feel really good, like you've done something new, instead of going to an expensive place to get a facial, and you can't always afford to do that, you just do it yourself at home. And now I'm going to wash my face. Okay, I would never do all 3 things at the same time, but now I'm going to do a clay mask. And you can get clay at the health food store, the good health food store, and also it's very good to drink. You put it in water, you leave it overnight, and you drink it, and it's very good for your intestines, and it cleans you out. And excellent as a mask. And what you do is you have to have a moist face. So that it's real dry, so that the powder sticks to your face. And then you become a green monster. It's really, really good, this green clay. I feel that it takes the impurities out of my skin. Just like that. And then just, oh, it feels so good. You just lay down and relax and let it dry. And then after, if you have 20 minutes, take 20 minutes just to lay down and relax. But if you don't, it'll probably dry in 5 minutes. And then you wash it off. And I'm going to wash mine off. Now that we've cleaned the face, I'm going to show you what I like to do for makeup. I don't wear a lot of makeup, but except for when I'm working. I have very dry skin, so I like to use sweet almond oil. And most people would think that would be too greasy, but it's really not for me, because after about 15, 20 minutes, it disappears. So I use sweet almond oil on my face. But if you don't have dry skin, I recommend you can buy something from the health store that's natural and doesn't have a lot of fragrance in it, a lotion that's really pure. And the only thing that I really like to wear is I like to wear the stuff that more or less dyes your face. And it just makes you look really healthy. It makes you look like you've either had 1 day in the sunlight or that you've been exercising. So if you haven't been in the sunlight and you want to look like it, you can just put this stuff on. And I even use it to make my lips better. And no one even knows that I have it on. And that's all. That's all I like to do.
Swimsuit weather now, but fall's on the way. The best looks to consider coming up next.
The options. And here the surprising juxtaposition of a man-tailored coat over a bright, bold bullseye print, easy cuff trousers, all by Perry Ellis. Interesting fabric combinations are one of this fall's key points. Velvet, traditionally a nighttime fabric, turning up in neatly tailored reefers for day. Navy, traditionally a spring color, turning up for fall and winter. Here's Joan and David's navy velvet coat. Very sporty when it's worn over a white wool shirt and gray flannel trousers. Now this is good man tailoring with nothing hard-edged about it. Witness under the coat, the soft scarf-tied shirt, the fit of the coat, the pearl buttons. If the Dakota on Central Park West is one of New York's landmark buildings, the polo coat is the star coat in a fall when coats are it. Now, whether in traditional camel or in navy as here, it's the coat to opt for. Here over a cashmere polo shirt and gray flannel trousers by Klein. The perfect way to jump into fall. Clean, simple, elegant, cityfied. Some of the best turnouts that we're seeing for fall remind of traditional riding gear. Cavalry twill riding pants, for example, here complete with stirrups, topped by an immaculately tailored Glen Platt jacket from Klein. And while we're on the bridle path in Central Park, the gear has the look and feel of the good, authentic English stuff. Now, Andie's obviously a good horsewoman. She's been riding since childhood. And the trouser suit that we will see her in next is by Perry Ellis, and one of the key looks for city dressing this fall. Again, it is a wide-shouldered jacket in a beautiful fabric, be it a check, a Glen plaid, a tweed. There's a little more fit at the waist, the shirt under it a little more detailed, like a wingtip collar or front pleats. And the trousers with all of these jackets are easy, straight cut, and just a little bit wider than we've seen. And along with this fall's man tailoring, there is sweet, seductive sweater dressing, like Adrienne Vittadini's tweedy knitting, a V-neck loose pullover, long straight skirt, plus the schoolgirl touch of the white shirt and black tie, shirt cuffs turned back. Now what all that adds up to is the relaxed chic of this season. Clothes that are less complicated, less layered, simple panache, and with some surprises. The surprise of a street-worthy velvet slipper with tweed trousers, and a beautiful silk shirt, an antique pin at the small collar. Though the pieces may come straight out of a man's closet, there's nothing masculine about the whole turnout. From the cuffed wide trousers to the soft, easy silk shirt, it's a whole new kind of sexy. Everything here is neat man tailoring. The whole look is from Blass Sport. A perfect example of how sexy women can look in men's clothes. Start with the navy blazer, better for being slightly oversized. The man's shirt, that tie just slightly loosened, just the way you often see Bill Blass himself wearing it. And his curly mane looking wonderfully feminine with shirt and tie. Now when you take off the blazer, there's a double-breasted checked gray vest under it. Not uptight, but easy, almost bloused, purposely looking just a little too big. The pattern mix here, a checked vest over gray pinstripe trousers. And you should opt for a pair of this for fall to wear with a silk shirt or a sweater. Terrific. And opt for socks that look like his. And wonderfully polished flat shoes, Oxfords or loafers that look like his, and are blissfully walkable. You probably haven't heard the word twin set in fashion for a while, but it's here now and totally new. Calvin Klein's utter simplicity of a bottle green cashmere cardigan and pullover, both easy over a sweeping long skirt in taupe covert. skirts that stop somewhere between mid-calf and above the ankle do look new and terrific, but you and your mirror must decide what proportion suits you best. Long and lean, another way of sweater dressing. A knit tube you can belt, blouse up, and wear shorter. It's by Klein too, and we like the charm of a shirt and tie worn under it. A fabulous mix by Ralph Lauren, a menswear plaid, oversized man's jacket, plus a plaid shirt and a soft paisley long skirt. A surprise combo of silhouette and fabrics, so very much Ralph Lauren.
What's it like to be a superstar? Andie's real-life story next.
Flip through her model's book and you'll see a dozen different Andies, all sensational. Sleek or earthy, the hair tame or wild. Her natural beauty is the constant. Off camera, there's never makeup. She talked with us about the route from North Carolina to Greystoke.
I came here when I was 20, and I was scared to tell them my true age because I thought that 20 was going to be too old. Isn't that a joke? And when I met the girl at my agency at Elite, she asked me when could I move here, and I said, 2 weeks. She said, oh, good. So I came here 2 weeks later. My father didn't like it at all, the idea. He was real scared because he's just a real country, good countryman, and he wanted me to go to college like my sisters did, and that was very important to him, and he thought it was kind of crazy, this whole idea of being a model. And I really didn't know what I was getting into either. I didn't know what it was going to be like, the whole challenge of coming to New York. And when I first came here, it was really hard for me to make adjustments at first. And I was going out when I first came here, and I hate going out, so I got real frustrated with the whole atmosphere because I just couldn't find the kind of things that I liked at first. And so after about a month or so, I did some good jobs. I worked for Italian Vogue and Italian Bazaar, and I did the cover for women's wear. I did the big cover for W, and I did several covers for women's wear. And my first trip, I went to the Bahamas, I think, Key West. I went to Key West. And I came back and I wasn't happy. I wanted to go back to school, so I spoke to the agency about going home, and they said, oh, we should go to Paris first and try Paris and see how that is. So I went to Rome for the collections, and then I went to Paris, and I was supposed to stay like 4 months and ended up staying a year and a half. And I grew up and became real strong. But when I came here, people at my agency, Davian from my agency, always told me you should go up for commercials, go up for commercials. And so then I started going up for commercials, and I don't know, it just kind of came my way. People, advised me on different things, and I was scared. I didn't even want to try because you hear a lot of negative things sometimes about models being actresses. And so that made me want to avoid it at first because I didn't want to be like, oh, there's another model trying to act, but I really don't care anymore what people think. I just like doing it, and I have the most fun. I love my class, I love my teacher, I love the people I've met. I'm learning so much. It's a whole new thing for me, and I'm just having the most fun. I don't care what people say.
I got these friends, Dot and Earl, that live at Happy Valley Trailer Court, and I just love them. They got one of those double trailers hooked together with red velour walls and red shag carpet with plastic runners on it so the carpet don't get messed up. And they got a round red bed, and it is something. And they got 5 young'uns, and all of them's name starts with a T except for the baby, and her name's Angel. And Earl, he's a big old boy. He's nicknamed Snake because he's got a tattoo on his belly, a heart with a snake crawling through it. Oh, Dot, she just thinks that's the greatest thing. She's always bragging about it. Dot and Earl, they got this dream.
Calvin Klein jeans.
They've been saving up, and all I hear all the time is someday, we're gonna see Atlanta.
I got a call from Grace Connigan that works for English Vogue. She's an editor for English Vogue. And I did some pictures in Africa with her, several issues of English Vogue I had done with them, and Hugh Hudson had seen my picture many times, and he liked the way I looked. So he called Grace. I think Grace probably said some nice things, and I met him the next day. I was petrified. I tested for it like a month later, so I knew he was still interested. I think he was really scared about taking me because I hadn't had any experience. I hadn't really even studied. And so it was a long time before I was really told. I wasn't told until a month before they started shooting that I had gotten the part.
You Magazine will be back in a moment.
How often have you heard it said, or perhaps you've said it yourself, they don't make them that way anymore? When you've met a young person who's genuinely nice, not phony, and really, really polite, good manners, well, they still do make them that way. And good upbringing counts. Close family bonds and a loving surrounding and relationship counts. It all makes for a better way of dealing with people in the future and really being nice and polite. So let's hear it for good manners. They're kind of nice to come across these days. I think Andie is a role model for that one. I hope you've enjoyed meeting her. Do write to us at You Magazine, P.O. Box 5001, FDR Station, New York, New York, 10150. And thanks so much for watching.
Coming next week, a half hour of non-stop beauty and fashion directly from Paris. Hair trendsetter Jean-Louis David and 7 new hair looks. Makeup pro Hinda Eric and 2 new faces for fall. Terrific fall turnouts from superstar French designers Riquiel, Bice, Kenzo, Castelbajac, and others. All the news you'll want to see for fall, a not-to-be-missed special, next week's edition of You Magazine. Join us.